Oh man, look here, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Cali back again for another video, man. And look, bro, Drake just unleashed an epic response, ethering that boy Joe Budden, man. Sheesh, cook that man, bro. Cooked him, bro. Look, everybody who don't know, Drake just dropped his brand new album, For All My Dogs. You know what I'm saying? It's live streaming right now, and a lot of people on the internet, fans and haters, got a lot to say about this new Drake album, man. And look, bro, Drake said he ain't being quiet no more. For everybody that know Drake, y'all already know Drake don't really clap back or respond to his haters like that. I don't know what's going on with this new album, if his streaming is doing good or not, but look, Drake is getting out his comfort zone, and he clapping back at that boy Joe Budden and saying some absolutely terrible things that you should never say to a grown man unless you want to throw some hands, bro. Look, we gonna get into it real quick. Without further ado, let's see how Drake is dropping these bombs on Joe Budden right now, man. Look, so this all started because Joe Budden decided to give his expert take. He's a big Drake fan. He always critiques his music, and if you're a celebrity, you gotta be able to take criticism. You feel what I'm saying? And so Joe Budden gave his take that had Drake in his feelings, dropping bombs on that boy Joe Budden, man. Let's check it out.
I miss the Drake that was rapping for the rappers. I miss the Drake that when he dropped, the rappers hit him. Not these little fucking kids. I don't give a fuck about you and Kai Cenat. That's gonna sound like hate.
Oh,
it is. It's not hate. It's not hate.
Shout out to Kai.
It's not hate. Go find some niggas your fucking age.
Ooh.
Hang out with them. Get some of that sauce.
That's not what keeps you. No, that's not what keeps you popping.
These kids.
That's not what keep you popping. And if that's the game he playing, I gotta play this game.
All the older niggas streaming music and buying it, Joe? No.
Dog, all that listen to old school shit all day. All that shit y'all saying for me applies to the field. I have long before called this nigga the golden child. Different set of rules apply.
Correct.
He's him. He is not one of them that y'all telling me about. I don't hold him near.
Dog, this album is going to be the most streamed album in Spotify history. Why?
When you that,
even if it ain't good.
When you that type of golden, you got the glow. You feel it when you got that glow. When you that,
good Joe.
Yeah, nigga, you walking in with the glow. I do what I want, and that's what's going to be popping. Whatever I want is going to be popping.
So where's the motivation then? With what you just said, where's the motivation? Great point. If I could do whatever I want to do, and it's gonna pop, it's gonna be number one. It's gonna do all of this. Where is the motivation?
That wasn't what I was saying, but that was a double entendre. But wait, that's not what I was saying. But that was a double entendre. I was saying whatever I do is going to dictate.
Yeah. So now you can do whatever you want.
So it sounds like to me what Joe Budden is saying. And we're going to get back to the clip to finish it in a second. But it sounds like to me, like what Joe is saying is that Drake should have gotten to a level in his career where he doesn't have to cater to the kids anymore. You see what I'm saying? Because his fan base has grown up, has got a little bit older. And it looks like Drake is mainly just catering to the streamers like the young boy Kai Cenat, trying to still be in his teenager bag. You know what I'm saying? At least that's what it sounds like to me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tell me what it sounds like Joe saying to y'all, because that's what it sounds like to me. But let's get back to it.
You can do whatever you want.
But to Ice's point, I'm agreeing with Ice. But when J. Cole comes in that booth and y'all was there together, that's your motivation. Mm-hmm. You don't go Marlene, Darlene, Charlene, Felicia. I don't give a fuck.
And that's why I have a problem.
That's where your motivation comes from.
Look, hold on. And that's
y'all can't do that and then tell me that y'all the Spider-Man meme. Because no, it wasn't.
Who said that?
Whoever said it.
That's my problem. That's my problem. Cole is right there, but you won't kill this nigga. You still putting him, it's me and you. It's me and you. No, separate yourself.
No.
Separate yourself.
You talking about with Cole?
Yes. Tell him, fuck you too.
Cole is lying to these niggas.
I know you lying, but claim it.
I said months ago that all these niggas get together.
Apparently what Joe Budden said, Aubrey Graham, aka Drake, got wind of it. But look, man, Joe Budden is not the only person on the internet that has some opinions about Drake's new album, bro. Look, some of the fans got some things to say about Drake's new album. This one person said Drake really dropped the worst album of his career. It's time to retire. Ooh. Drake dropped better bars on his Joe Budden response than he did that whole album. Oh my God. Look, bro, the conversation is extremely mixed regarding this Drake album. Some people think it's good, it's excellent, it's fire. Some people think that this may be one of Drake's worst albums he put out. Look, all I know is Drake, before he clapped back at Joe, news came out that Drake reveals that he'll be taking a music hiatus to focus on his health following the release for All My Dogs. You know what I'm saying? So look, Drake said he was going to take a quick break, but hey, he got time for Joe Budden today. Look, man, Drake came back with a scorching response to Joe Budden's criticism of his album, man. And this is what Aubrey Graham Drake said. At Joe Budden, you have failed at music. You left it behind to do what you're doing in this clip, because this will actually pays your bills. For any artist watching this, just remember, you are watching a failure give their opinion on this idea of a recipe for success. A quitter give their opinion on how to achieve longevity. You switched your careers because the things that pop into your brain had you broke living check to check. And the raps you write have 450 men showing up to your shows in Dusty and Nietzsche jeans to screw up their face to Mood Music 29 and pretend that you the GOAT. Please, to any artist that's doing what they feel is right, don't let these opinions affect your mindset after the fact. This guy is the poster child of frustration and surrendering. You retired and we hung up your jersey. We don't even remember your number. We know you for doing this. You withdrew from rap not because you accomplished all that you needed to. It's because it wasn't working for you. I never want anybody in the generations to think that the whole everybody's entitled to their opinion is a real thing. This is a man projecting his own self-hate and the fact I did and continue to do everything he wanted to do for himself. If you need to put in simpler terms, I own a 767. He owns a modest house in the 973 and flies first class on special occasions. I know the internet is in a tizzy. Look, Drake is talking that super rich talk right now. And so a lot of people don't know what a 767 is, but look, let me educate you. For those who don't know what a 767 is, bro, let me let you know what it is. It's a jet, bro. Let's Google it for the people who don't know. The Boeing 767 is American wide-body aircraft developed and manufactured by Boeing Commercial Airlines. Drake has a plane, bro. He's talking about, look, it says here by People Magazine, Drake has turned a massive 767 cargo plane into a 185 million flying oasis named Air Drake. Look at that, man. That boy said he owned a 767 and his enemy lives in a modest home in a 973 and flies first class on special occasions. Look, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. That level of sarcasm and rich clapping back is out of this world. That's nasty work, bro. To put all the funny stuff aside, let's be honest right now. I honestly believe that Joe Budden had a good point. What Drake is saying has, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We know that Drake and Joe been beefing for years, but I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Though Drake's clapback was spicy, I honestly listened to For My Dogs, not all the way through. I haven't listened to the album all the way through. Let me look at the playlist for this album. So I heard Virginia Beach. It was cool. I thought it was a very slow intro for me. You know what I'm saying? It was a little bit too calm for me. You know what I'm saying? Some people like the song, but it was a little sleepy for me. The 21 Savage joint, I like, you know what I'm saying? But the joint that I got to where I stopped listening, I got to about track 6 before I stopped listening. And First Person Shooter with J. Cole so far is the standout song for me on this album so far. Now, I haven't listened past, number 6. He got a lot of songs on here. He got 23 songs on here. So it's still a lot of Drake songs on this album I got to listen to. But hey, man, if the first couple songs ain't banging, I'm not really, you know what I'm saying? But that J. Cole First Person Shooter joint was definitely a banger. But I do understand. I hear what Joe is saying. I honestly don't think that Joe was hating on Drake at all. I think that he gave an honest criticism. As your audience matures and grows up, they start wanting to hear more mature adult themes in their songs. But at the same time, I got to play devil's advocate and also look at Drake's perspective as well, because Drake also has to cater to a younger demographic in order to stay popping. You know what I mean? Like what Ice was saying. Both Ice and Joe Budden gave really fair assessments of the album, both from the old school and from the new school. And it's true. In order to appeal and still sell records and really be successful in anything in entertainment, you would still have to appeal to a younger audience, you know what I'm saying, at some point. And so Drake, being a successful rapper, being really one of the best rappers in the game right now, he really has a really tough job of giving you that old classic hip hop for the old heads. And then he also still has to be relevant for the kids and the young teenagers out there and the young college kids who still is looking for some music to bump to, you know what I mean, in this season right now. And look, man, it's a tough line to be successful, because when you are as big of an artist as Drake, you gotta literally appeal to all demographics. I think that what Drake said about Joe was spicy as hell. Sheesh. But look, I really hope that Drake is listening to what Joe is saying, and I hope that Drake is also listening to the fans and taking into consideration the difference between hating and constructive criticism. I hope that these guys can, you know what I'm saying, hopefully get an interview, sit down and talk, hash out their differences. I would love to see Joe Budden, Drake interview. It's probably not going to happen because Drake don't rock with that man. But I would love to see Joe Budden and Drake sit down and talk music, man. Because I got respect for both of them. I got love for both of them. And at the end of the day, bro, my first love is hip-hop music. I honestly feel like the two GOATs need to sit down and talk, and it'll be a real good conversation for hip-hop, man. Look, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment, tell me what y'all think, man. I'm gone.